The point is that before they drift too far apart, while some of them are within hailing distance, some use might be made of a central group which contains men of all countries, men generally very loyal to their countries, but men having also the quite unique advantage of a common code of law and justice, and the protection of a sort of permanent courtesy, more deeply founded than the fiction of diplomacy, which is called the profession of Christian charity, and forbids them, at least beyond a certain point, to despise or insult or wantonly exasperate each other. There's something really profound here that he's saying about the ability of individuals to come together without giving up their individuality and their differences. This is something that we really miss, I think, in our vision of a global world nation, right? Our idea that we're all going to be one and sing Kumbaya. It's perfectly true that the world is becoming more global in the sense that we have easier access to each other, our communications are faster, they're more efficient. But the idea that that means we are therefore going to give up everything that makes us distinct and unique as Americans and as Germans and as Frenchmen and so forth is a fantasy and will lead only to tyranny, right? Because if we're all going to be the same, then we all have to be ruled under one person, right? Chesterton is saying the Catholic Church basically serves as the bare minimum of shared values for these people. It shares as the bedrock of the things that they believe together in their salvation in Christ, in their createdness in the image of God, and then leaves space for them to maintain the reality and the particularity of their nationhood, their citizenship, right, who they are. This is a great truth also in friendships and personal relationships. If you've never observed this, I have only observed it recently, that one impulse of people who have like social anxiety, who like want to please everybody all the time, is to try and assimilate themselves to the other person. You want to sort of say, well, you like this, so I'm going to pretend to like this. But in fact, of course, true relationship is about two distinct individuals, because if it's not, it's just unity, it's just oneness, right? And what you want in a relationship is actually harmony. You want two people who share things and have differences, right? And so the clearer and the more honest you are about your own self, the more appealing you will be even to people who disagree with you, right? So this is the first insight that I draw, both for personal and for political relationships, out of Chesterton, is that if you actually engage with yourself and accept yourself and come to understand and accept yourself, right? As an American, as a Christian, if you are, or a theist of any kind, right? A monotheist of any kind, if you are that, right? Like if you can grasp why you are that and understand and accept that you are, and that America is a certain kind of nation with beliefs that are different from other nations, you can go a long way toward having conversations with people, because you actually then begin to lay the foundation for all relationship.